Good morning, Dr. Angie here, Doctor of Ayurvedic Medicine. You can reach me at brightpathayurveda.com. And now we're going to continue with our segment, our transformational segment of glutes mixed with another body part. So it's basically going to be some glutes slash legs and some triceps, and we may even filter in some biceps today to get all three in. Okay, so we've already warmed up, and we're going to start on the mat. And I'm going to show you from the side here. And you're going to start with the toes curled under. Okay, and again, we are warmed up. And it would be more comfortable for you to do this, whether you're young or older, on a mat, okay? Because you are on your knees and it can get a little bit tough on the knees. Okay, so we're only going to start with a handful of reps. And remember to keep everything balanced. Anything that you do on the left side, you will always do on the right side as well. And let's begin, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to step, back, and back, okay? And step, and step. It's kind of like basically a lunge back, and a coming up, all right? We're already on 3. You should really feel those nicely in the glutes. Here's 4. We're just gonna do a set of 5 on each. And there's 5. Nice and smooth, full range of motion. Take it up, and down, okay? Nice and smooth and easy. It's a very effective movement. And 2 more. This is going to be supersetted with a stiff-legged deadlift. And here we go. We're going to start with a lighter weight of 8 pounds. Okay, so if you're not used to weight training, start with a 3, a 5, or an 8. Okay, so knees are soft, and you're going to fold. Feel the stretch, exhale, and squeeze the glutes. Inhale down, exhale, squeeze. And remember, we are in hip flexion. We're not in spinal flexion, so our spine is not round. Okay, so you can go deeper, but you're not gonna go deeper by rounding and dropping the shoulders. You're just folding at the hips. Nice, smooth, deliberate repetitions. Stiff-legged deadlift, glutes and hamstrings. And we are going to now move on to our first tricep movement. So I'm going to demonstrate again with a light weight. And you're just going to lay down on the bench at the top. Tuck the shoulder blades down and back. Inhale down. Keep the elbows poked up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Extend. The key is you don't want the legs to cool down too much. And that's the reason why many times I say maybe we will get in another body part and maybe not. But the bottom line is the focus was butt, some legs, and one other body part. So if we had an extra in, that's just an extra bonus. So 1 more repetition, and we're gonna go right into tricep dips. I'm gonna demonstrate again, there's different levels of difficulty, but we're gonna show you with the basic one. All right, so you're gonna sit at the edge of the bench, hands by your hips, inhale down, and exhale, extend. Nice burn. And we're going to do 3 more repetitions. Make sure you always stay nicely hydrated. We're going to take a sip of water here. Where is it? Oh, well, we're going to have a sip of my tea. And on these series, we're doing rounds of 3. Now, we're back here with the first movement, but this time we are going to start with the right side. Okay, and again, we're stepping up and just kind of like you're kneeling down or going into an extended back lunge position. And just really work on the technique before you start adding weights to this. Change legs. So it's the same thing. You know, many times I see people running and they've never even walked. It's usually not a good idea. Okay, you want to slowly increase the challenge. It's kind of like a baby walking before the baby crawls. Usually there's problems. One more time here, and right into the stiff-legged deadlift with a heavier weight, progressive resistance. The body adapts to the stress placed on it. Cannot not get results. Heart rate's coming up pretty nicely. Super little workout here. And feel free to do more repetitions if you would like. I'm doing 10 to 12. Okay, so you can always work the challenge in different ways. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go into the next movement for the triceps with the 8. Just one increment heavier. We started with the 5s. And again, if you're new, you can start with 3s. You can start with soup cans, whatever, no excuses, and hit it. Good form. Tuck the shoulder blades down and back. And focus on the ceiling. And this is supersetted with a dip. And we're not going to do anything fancy with the dips today. We're just going to stay consistent. And again, you can make them harder, but we're not really doing that, because everything that we do with these videos, we build, okay? We build on what we're doing now. And I have lots of reasons for that we don't talk about in these little videos. 2 more. Definitely feeling a nice burn. So again, depending on how many reps that you do, how heavy of a weight you're using, it's going to be determined on how well you do on the dip, period. Okay? Because we're working against fatigue. And we have one more round. Nice burn. And we're going to do 10 reps here. So 4 more reps. Across the body, stretch out that tricep for a second. Also feel that rear deltoid. And change. And let's take the next one overhead. Stretch out that tricep and lat. And change. And then we have one more round. We're going to start with the left leg. Actually, we're going to do the stiff dead. Do the last round backwards. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the 12s. I'm going to go 8 to 10 reps. And again, you can do 15 to 20 if you desire. And fold from the hips. Avoid rounding the spine. We're going to do 2 more here, and then we're going to take it to the floor for the box squats. Make sure your toes are curled under, and we're going to take it up and up, down and down. And don't be afraid to reach back, meaning reach back with that leg and with your toe. Will give you more confidence. Okay, let's change, and you'll feel it very nicely in the gluteal area, or you should anyway. And last time here, and we're going to go ahead and do the dip first. is an example of a set done performed a little bit quicker. Whew. Okay, we're going to now change the grouping. We're going to do a tricep dumbbell extension and a reverse curl for the forearms and biceps, brachialis. And we're going to do a kettle pop, I call it, and another movement, a bridge. Tricep dumbbell extension. Plus repetitions. We're going to use a teeny bit heavier weight for the kettle pop. All right, we're not going to really drop down into the squat. We're just going to lower a little bit like so and squeeze our glutes forward. Okay, just pop it forward. Take it down. Legs wide into our bridge. Squeeze the glutes. We're going to take it up, and we're going to go right into the reverse curl. We're going to use 8-pounders. You want to always be careful. When in doubt, go light. You strain a forearm, it takes a long time to heal. And I am coming off of a tendon injury. I have my thumb on the same side. I'd like to show you from all different angles. Heart rate is up. Last two, and then we're going to go into round 2. So again, that's an example of us bleeding in biceps when we said we were just going to stay with the tris. But this is the third movement for the triceps. So that little extraneous movement for the biceps gives us a teeny bit more rest to recoup and recover from the legs, which I feel is perfect today. I didn't think so. I thought I was going to be too easy, but I think it's just right for me today. Now what we're going to do right after here is we're going to go right into the kettle pops and then right into the bridge, right into the bicep curl. See what I'm saying? So there's really not any rest. So we're utilizing that bicep movement as a rest, but it's not really a rest. The next bridge we're going to take shoulder width. I'm always going to let you know ahead of time what we're doing next, so that way when you're doing the video you don't need to pause either. So you get the same training effect and benefits that I get, period. And that's the whole point. It's not about me, it's about you guys. So we were here. We're going to step it in, same thing. Drop the shoulders down and back and squeeze the glutes. Squeeze it up. And believe it or not, I know this looks easy, but my heart rate's up. I'm going to stay with the 8-pounders Again, this is an example of being smart because I had mentioned that I had an injury earlier this year. And again, thumb is on the same side, and it doesn't have to be, it can be wrapped around. But for me, it feels more comfortable where I am in my life right now for it to be thumb on the same side as the fingers. From the side, and then we have one more round here. We're gonna go right into the tricep extension. I'm gonna do this one standing. Here's 2 more for 12 reps. The last set of bridges here, we're gonna have our feet a couple inches away. You can touch them all the way together, your knees and feet. I'm not going to, I'm gonna go a couple of inches away. Okay, so you can come all the way, knees tight as well with your feet. I'm gonna step it out just a little bit. And you're not allowing the knees to go wide. You're pretending that somebody's grabbing the legs and pulling them to the wall, so it's like so. Okay, it's not like however you can get your legs up. Stay in alignment with your feet. Everything is basically about always where you're grounded with your feet. Very important. Your feet, your toes. Set yourself up for success right from the start. Last set of curls. Handful more repetitions and we're going to slide into a modified pigeon. So you want to curl your upper leg down, okay, and then come up on it. Wonderful, wonderful stretch here. You're going to feel everything that we just trained from the glute to your lower back. Hip flexors, hamstrings, wow. Okay, and then change. And there are other easier ways to get into this position. I'm just not going to show you right now. I normally show it when we're doing a stretch type of series. But try to roll the leg down. And just, if you feel this in this position, just stay here. Like I feel this, I could stay here. But I want to push it a little further forward. And when I say that, what I'm doing is I'm reaching over the knee here. I'm not rounding. I'm reaching with my chest. And I'm Dr. Angie, Doctor of Ayurvedic Medicine. This is a really wonderful series. And again, this is the glute series, glute/legs with another body part. So we have at least 5 workouts just of this one. And we also have the 5 workouts that have leg concentration. But they're all similar to this one, 25 minutes or so. Thank you for joining me today and enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.